Well, it's funny. When I was in the Navy, and that was 78 to 82, if there was such a thing as AIDS, you never heard about it.
No.
Nothing. Yeah, I mean, everybody said, oh, when you go overseas, go to the Philippines, make sure you wear a rubber, blah, blah, blah. Or you at least make sure the girl has the card.
Yeah.
Well, of course, me being a newbie over there, fuck that. I'm fucking, I went and got my shot in the ass.
Did you?
Yep.
Did you catch? You caught the G, huh?
First time. I didn't fucking ask her for no goddamn card. And they told us they get checked
right
once a month. Fucking A, brother.
Guess you caught her on the 2-week mark.
I guess I did.
Dude, one of the I remember the speech coming into Korea, and it was some staff sergeant, some E6, and he was giving me the speech about running around in Korea, in Itaewon, which was our little village right outside the base.
Sure.
And I remember distinctly that what he said to me was whatever you do, make sure the girl is clean. And I remember saying that specifically, make sure the girl is clean. So the first time, this is how stupid I was.
How the hell do you know? Unless they got a card.
No, I'm going to tell you how
okay.
I knew. This is because I was a fucking really stupid, very young 18-year-old. I go downtown, and one of the first times I end up down there, my friend Curly takes me downtown. I knew him from Fort Jackson. Mm-hmm. So he was, this is like week 1 or 2 that I'm there. Maybe even the first day or 2 that I'm there.
Right.
He takes me downtown, and he's like, dude, we got to just get some of these hookers. And I was like, okay. I didn't give a shit. And it was so fucking cheap. It was like $5 or whatever. It's like $5 and I don't have to, I don't have to buy a dinner or nothing. Just $5. Fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yep.
So, but in my head, I had this thought about, well, I got to make sure she's clean. Right?
Right.
So I get into her little hooch, and she takes me in, and she's like, take off your clothes, GI. And I was like, okay. So I take off my fucking clothes, and I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous as fuck because I'd never really messed too much with like hookers or anything,
right.
and I'm in a new country, and I don't.
Yeah, right.
And it's like, and it's a strange environment for me. I don't know if somebody's going to come in and beat my ass and steal my money. I don't know what's going to happen.
Sure.
I just know I'm sitting here naked, half-hard dick, just fucking sitting here. Well, this girl comes in. She has a big old wooden bowl with soapy water in it and a sponge. And she comes over and she like washes my dick and balls. She's like, I make you clean. And in my head, I was like, okay, well, she's making me clean.
Right.
Well,
sure.
she must be clean.
All right.
And I was like, all right, well, I guess I don't need to wear rubber for this. And I, of course, did not.
Oh, it was always funny in the Philippines. The big joke. In fact, I still get kidded about by somebody today. $20 in the Philippines gets you a hotel, laid, drunk, and a fucking bag of weed.
For how much?
$20.
Now?
Well, no. This is 1979.
Oh, I was going to say, Jesus, if that's the case,
I don't know who knows now.
If that's the case, I could be a fucking millionaire over there with the money I make here.
There was actually a retired E7 Navy guy that when he got out,
went right there, huh?
He stayed there, and that's what he was doing. He had a fucking bar with the hose and all that shit.
See,
and that was the cool thing about. I don't know how it was in Korea, but in the Philippines, and that was just one of the places I'd been. But we used to put leave our fucking ammo there, a lot,
right?
Because we weren't allowed to carry certain stuff back to Japan.
Sure.
But the fucking bands there, you could, as soon as you cross Shit River, wall-to-wall bars, both sides of the street.
Okay.
And it could be a country western bar, heavy metal bar, classic rock bar.
Sure.
But if you closed your eyes, with the exception of the singing, you'd think you were hearing a fucking album.
No shit.
That's how good they played.
Wow.
And, I used to go there. I mean, I was a hard rock fan.
Right.
At that time, they were playing Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin.
Right.
So that's the shit we hung out in.
Sure.
And, oh, fuck,
But the singing was bad?
Well, no, you could hear the accent.
Smoke underwater.
Yeah. You could tell with the accent. But you could almost think fucking Richie Blackmore was playing that. Right. And I'm not kidding.
Right.
Those fucking guys were good.
See, that was the one thing, at least when I was in Korea, that was drastically missing for me.
Oh, okay.
Was there was not any live music anywhere. Oh. And before, I was there through the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And everything changed after the Olympics. They got a lot more civilized after the Olympics because a lot of money came in and a lot of, just a lot of civilization took over what was a third world country, pretty much. But what we used to have to do, the tours, the American tours, would stop in Japan. They would go to Japan and they would stop and then they would go home. They wouldn't,
right.
They wouldn't jump the extra 2 hours to Korea.
Yeah.
So I used to take the MAC flights, the military flights.
Yep.
That were $10. I would take off on a Friday. I would fly to Japan.
Right.
And I would go to like Nagoya or the Big Egg or whatever over there in Japan. And I would catch bands play there. And I saw a ton of bands. I saw Dokken play there. I saw Mr. Big. And my God, Mr. Big and Dokken.
Oh,
that was the fucking Beatles.
Yeah, right.
Dude.
You know what? Any band, it seemed like I'd been to a few shows. I didn't go to many in Japan, but I went to. It seemed like anybody was the fucking Beatles.
See, not where I mean.
Oh my God!
It was weird. Dokken was fucking huge.
Yeah.
And Mr. Big too, but not like Dokken.
Right.
Dokken was literally like U2 or the Stones now.
Right.
I mean, just fucking massive. Mm-hmm. But I saw Skid Row over there, and they drew the same 300 people they draw here.
With Sebastian?
With Sebastian.
Oh, my God.
That was early. I mean, in fairness, that was like first album. And
I'm going to embarrass myself here, but you know who I actually saw over there? And I don't know why we went. I think somebody wanted to go, and I said, well, fuck it, let's go. They were bussing us there. Fucking Toto.
Toto?
Yes.
Nothing wrong with some Toto.
Yeah.
Toto Live.
I liked that first album, and I don't remember if that was probably the album they were touring.
What, Toe the Line?
Yeah.
Love isn't always on time.
That's it. But I mean, we went. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know. I won't say they didn't sound. They were taken like as the Beatles.
Yeah.
But there were thousands of people.
I'll bet.
Thousands.
See, look at that picture of me in the chat room that somebody just posted. Somebody went on my Facebook apparently and found it. Look at the walls with all the Bon Jovi pictures on the wall.
I gotta back up here.
That's pretty funny.
Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that picture. I remember that picture.
Yeah, that's the lovely Brenda who I was engaged to before my now ex-wife.
Oh, no shit.
Maybe I should have married her. Might have saved myself 23 years of heartache.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah,
Too funny, man.
It was. That was. I'm trying to think who else we saw over there. Sex Pistols.
Sex Pistols. No shit.
Yes.
Now, how did that work, man? Were you because you were on the boat? Was the boat like stationed there?
Yeah. The Midway. I don't remember if there was any other carrier stationed anywhere else, but the Midway was stationed in Yokosuka, Japan.
So what does that mean? That you're like permanently docked?
For 2. Well, no, for the 2 years that because it was a overseas home port. Okay. We only got a 2-year tour there instead of everywhere else was a 3-year tour.
Okay.
So when I was over there for 2 years, pretty much we home in and out from Yokosuka to our Westpacks, which would have took us. We went to Korea a couple times, been to Australia, fucking Africa, Singapore.
All right. So the boat didn't just stay docked.
No.
Like you'd be in for what, 4 or 6 weeks or something, then you'd go somewhere.
Yeah, or a couple of months. We were in for a dry dock. I think was the longest. Was like 4 months.
Okay.
But we were in and out all the time, and we were supposed to. We went out we were going on a Westpac in '79. We left in September, I think it was.
Okay.
We were supposed to be back for Christmas.
Right.
Well, that's when that fucking Khomeini took all the hostages.
Right.
We didn't get back till May. And we didn't even get our 2 fucking cans of beer. If you stayed out 100 days, they get whoopee. They gave you 2 cans of beers.
Wow.
We got 92 days before we got relieved. We pulled back into the PI, Philippines.
Nice.
Fuckers.
So did you guys have to, when that was going on, were you like docked out near that shit, or?
I found out afterwards. I mean, the bigwigs knew.
Yeah.
But us piss-ons, we didn't know shit.
Right.
We were 50 miles off the coast.
No shit.
We were ready. We were waiting for the call. Go get the motherfuckers.
Nice.
And we found out on our way home. That's when it dribbled down to us nobodies.
Right.
But, man, it was just we were ready.
Was it, were you like on alert ready? Or?
Alert, what the hell did they call it? Alert 5.
Okay.
Catapult, fighters were on the catapults.
Okay.
Pilots were in the cockpit. And they switched out every couple hours.
So they were literally just waiting for someone to say go, and it was like...
See, when Reagan and I don't know, a lot of people don't like him, but he was good for the military.
Sure.
I always fucking loved Reagan. But as soon as he took office, man, how long was it? It wasn't long after he was in the office. He said, let him go.
It was the day he took office.
Yeah.
They let him go literally as Carter got on the plane and flew away in shame. Yeah,
I knew it was really literally as soon as he took office. It wasn't long.
No, it was quite literally that. Once Reagan was sworn in, and they put Carter on the plane, then they released the hostages.
Well, they had 3 battle groups out there. We were out there on the Midway. The Nimitz was out there. And I think it was the Kitty Hawk was also. I mean, there were 3 carrier ready to go.
Right.
So it was fucking A, man. We just and we got to meet Reagan.
Really?
On my next carrier, which was out of San Diego.
Yeah.
He fucking actually came out and went out on the thing with us.
No shit.
For the whole day.
Did you get a photo?
No.
Oh, dude.
I didn't get that close.
Dude. But you were...
But I did get there, literally, I was probably about 10 feet from him.
No shit.
But, that was kind of cool.
That's pretty sweet.
And I felt like saying, thanks for what you did when we were on the fucking Midway and getting those hostages. We were getting tired of being overseas.
Hell yeah. No, that had to be cool, man.
Oh, that was very cool. Yeah, only the captain and the bigwigs were allowed near him.
Sure. The only big wig that I ever met military wise was Colin Powell.
Oh, okay.
I met Powell. You know,
is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Is he?
But I met Powell in my job. My first year was bodyguarding for the commander of Armed Forces Korea. You know, my real job was drive him here and there and stand in what they called lanes of opportunity.
Yeah.
Basically, stand where you might get shot.
Right. I remember you saying that before on the show, yeah.
You know, and so, you know, that was my gig was to, you know, do that. And then all the rest of the time was just a lot of sitting around.
Right.
A lot of sitting outside the office and, you know, making sure nobody acted up or did anything stupid. But, you know, the one when we had dignitaries come and visit, it was me and his AG that had his captain, that had to put things together, make sure that the quarters were set up for him, make sure the dinners were arranged, make sure, you know, this stuff that you do.
Sure.
You know, cars were scheduled, you know, all that shit, security, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And the biggest one that came when I was there was Colin Powell. When he was a general, when he's a 4-star, and it was pretty cool. I mean, honestly, I didn't think anything of it at the time because I was meeting a lot of 3- and 4-star generals, you know, that were coming through. So I did not think very much of it. But later on in life, when he became a big deal, then it was like, hey, I met that guy. Right. I remember that guy.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, that was like the only, I mean, but Reagan, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, and it was cool. I don't know why he picked our carrier. I mean, it's not like we weren't anywhere. I mean, we just went off the coast of San Diego to run some flight ops with him. But, you know, and he addressed the crew and stuff. But it was cool.
Sure.
In fact, one time I was looking, it was actually on Wikipedia.
Sure.
With a picture of him on there.
See, this picture that they got in the chat room? With apparently my girlfriend in Korea. with the "Hi, Chris, my name is Suck a Dick."
Oh yeah.
That's not how it went. First of all, when you met the Korean babes in their little hooch, they didn't have any clothes on, and they were a lot skinnier than that girl.
We met them in the bar, and all they would say is "sucky fucky, sucky fucky."
We used to where we had our main strip was called Hooker Hill.
Yeah,
and it was like a 4-way. Like a 4-way cross, basically. And you go up the street, there was bars and restaurants and whatever, and down the street there were like the slightly less good bars.
Yeah.
And then if you took a left, you could go to the main street.
Right.
Which you didn't want, and then that was like a shopping district, so you didn't really want to go there. But if you took a right, then you could go up to the unmentionable zone, more or less. And that was where all the hookers were at.
Right.
And the hookers would hang out on the corner, and they would, just if they saw you walking by, they would be like, "You looking to party, GI?"
Oh, they didn't have bar girls?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
see, we used to go get them out of the bars.
No, they were right there on the street.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, see, in the Philippines, they tell you, don't take a streetwalker.
Oh, well, they told us that too. We just didn't care.
Oh.
I never get, dude. One of the stories I'm writing in my book is about one, and this is how bold I was back in the day. There was one time I was down there, me and my friend Smallwood, and we were down, and I'm negotiating price because I just went down with no reason at all other than to get a nut.
Right.
It was the only reason I went downtown. So I'm down there, and I'm kind of talking, and she's like, $20. I'm like, no, 10 or whatever, whatever the price line was.
Sure.
And meanwhile, at some point, I just whipped my dick out, and I put it in her hand. This right here in the middle of the fucking street.
God.
Right in the middle of the street. And she starts jerking me off right there in the street.
Oh, Jesus.
Trying to get me to fucking change my price. She's like giving me a little bit of a hand job while I'm saying, no, 20. And she's like, no, I'm saying 10, and she's saying 20. And for whatever reason, I was so fucking horned up anyway. Like 2 minutes in, I just fucking blew a load right up her fucking arm, right there in the fucking street. And my friend, my friend Smallwood, she's like, "You filthy fucking GI, you fucking this and that." And
hey, she asked for it.
And my friend Smallwood just looks at her and goes, "Hey, he gave you some free hand cream. Shut up."
Oh, shit.
So fucking stupid.
Yeah, see, the thing with and I use the Philippines the most because that's where we always had to go to pick up our stuff.
Yeah,
was never pick one up on the street. Always go into a bar.
Okay,
and because that's all they bar girls, and then and they always said travel in a pack.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
That was always a gang thing.
Sure.
Because I did the stupid thing once. They had those motorcycles with the sidecar.
Oh yeah.
And it was, I was leaving the hooker's house from the night before.
Okay.
And the motherfucker, I had just a Midway lighter.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me that lighter. Fuck you. And here comes a fucking switchblade.
Jesus.
Yeah. I didn't give him the lighter. Fucking ran out the other side of the thing. Walked down to the end of the alley, or kind of ran.
Right.
Wouldn't you know, I just ended up at a police box.
Oh, nice.
So, and I looked it back, and the guy, as soon as he saw that there was a police box there, took his motorcycle right the other way.
Nice.
He saw me. I didn't even say nothing to the cop. He just saw the fucking police box, and he stopped.
Right. Too funny.
But yeah, they either said travel in a pack or be with a Filipino girl.
Yeah. See, and I always, we were always told same thing. Stay in a group.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, we did pretty much, but this was, the night after I was leaving her house.
Right.
And I needed to catch the thing back to I could have walked. It wasn't that far, but I can catch one of these fucking guys, flip them 10 pesos. They think that's $1 million. Fuck.
It is. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what it's like now. I'd be interested just to see what the American dollar's worth now over there, just out of curiosity.
Don't you think you'd go over there now though and be completely disappointed?
Oh yeah,
because it would be like all civilized now.
Yeah.
And...
Well, I had heard, I don't know if there's any military left, but I heard the Navy moved out of there.
Okay.
And the reason we had to go is at that time,
right,
we weren't allowed to carry nukes back to Japan.
Okay.
Because of,
embargoes
Hiroshima.
Treated, right.
Well, yeah. And, of course, I found out later when I was on my other carrier, then the fucking boats were out there protesting because the boat was carrying them back in.
Oops.
But I used the Philippines just because that's why we always went. And they always said, fucking, that's, and that was the cheapest place.
Right.
Like I said, $20, hotel, hooker, high, and fucking drunk.
Shit.
I'll admit it, I smoked my share of pot back in the day.
Hell yes.
Fuck. I almost got busted smoking it. Fucking, I got popped. I didn't get popped, but
popped.
I got investigated.
I got popped. Dude, they had all these rules, and you know as well as I do. The minute they tell you not to go somewhere, you're
gonna
go where you're fucking going.
Sure.
So they were like, don't go in the drugstores.
Sure.
Because they sold pot in the drugstores. So where did I go? Right to the fucking drugstore.
Yep.
I'd go to the drugstore and I'd buy pot. And the thing that was great about the drugstores in Korea was, you could buy soju, which is the Korean equivalent to like 151, I guess.
Right.
It's just potent shit. But you could buy it for about $3 for a case.
Mm-hmm.
But you could go to the drugstores and they had the 2-liter bottles.
Yeah.
Like 2-liter plastic bottles of soju for about 40 cents.
Sure.
So I would go to the drugstores to buy that. And then if I'm in there and I would, and I had the urge, I was like,
right.
Let me get some weed.
Right.
Let me buy some weed and some papers and I'll smoke a little weed.
Well, it was funny. It was about the year I was getting out of the Navy is when the military had the bigger crackdown on dope.
Right.
And it was like everywhere we went. I mean, we'd literally come back to the boat. They'd have the dog. They'd line us up on the fucking pier.
Right.
Had the dogs go by us. One guy got popped. Fucking got the dog sniffed him out.
Right.
Our berthing area when we went up was on one of the upper deck, right below the flight deck because we were a flight deck crew.
Yeah.
And he was in a huge line on the second deck before the top.
Okay.
Fucking in the line to get investigated at the Master at Arms office.
Right.
He saw me coming up. Jimmy, put this in your pants, quick! And he handed me a fucking bag of weed, so I just grabbed it and stuffed it down my pants. I went up to our berthing area and I stuck it under his mattress.
All right.
So when he got in there and they searched him and everything, investigated and they didn't have nothing on him, so they let him go. He fucking, what'd you do with the weed? I said, it's under your mattress. He goes, anytime you need a joint, anytime. And you just let me know, man. I said, no problem, man. I remember Chemo. We used to call him Chemo. Never forget that guy. He was a Hawaiian guy.
Very nice.
But,
well, I'll tell you what, dude. Believe it or not, we've already killed 2 fucking hours.
no way.
It's 10:52.
Fucking A.
Goes quick. So why don't we do this? Why don't we play a few tunes, and then we'll get our good buddy Josh Toomey in from the Talk to Me podcast and see what's up with him. You're not going to believe what he's doing tomorrow.
What's he doing tomorrow?
I'll let him tell.
Okay.
I'll let him tell, but he's violating the rules of the CMS.
Uh-oh.
I'll say that.
Okay. Are we expecting a call from Neely as well?
Yeah, Neely will call in probably at some point, I'm sure. He told me, he texted me this afternoon and said that he met Gene Simmons and John Cusack and...
Where do I know that name? Oh, he was in... he's been in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, he's a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
And who else did he meet? Uhura from the original Star Trek.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Nichelle, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I wasn't a Star Trekkie.
Her name is Nichelle Nichols.
Wouldn't know her.
And he met Chuck Norris.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he's going to check in a little while, I would imagine, to tell us what's going on with him. But we'll get Josh on the air next with us and talk about what he's up to tomorrow, and then we'll talk about some other things that because that dude, for people that don't know, he was in a band that sort of had a little run Primer 55 back in the late 90s, early 2000s. They were in the same era as like the Disturbed and Korn and that new metal thing that I know you couldn't give a flying fuck about. But
yeah, I can't say I have heard. I might have, but I don't remember.
They were the second coming of American Head Charts. Josh knows I'm fucking with them, but all right. Why don't we wrap this segment up with your favorite band, Black and Blue? No,
not Black and Blue.
Yeah, of course, Tommy Thayer.
Oh, come on,
little Judas Priest here.
There we go.
Why don't we go old school and good school? Why don't we go with the title track from the album, Screaming for Vengeance?
Sounds good to me.
All right, so check it out. It is Judas Priest right here
on your classic metal show.